I'm going to show you something special. Remember that shapes are rarely or never objectively good or bad. It all depends on the situation. It's all about the context. So we're going to take the ultimate bad shape, the empty triangle, and I will show you several situations where playing it can actually be a very good move. Let's start things off with this warm-up example. The black stones are surrounded, and now it's white's turn, and white can kill. So how do you do it? The shape inside is a bulky 5, and if white wants to kill it, white has to play in the middle, right here. This move makes an empty triangle, but it's the only move here that kills black. So in the game, you should play a move like this without hesitation. Now let's make it a little bit more challenging and see another example. This is something I showed you in one of the first courses. One of the most famous tesuji moves ever, the crane's nest. If white makes the most obvious looking jump, right here, black can kill. Black would wedge, and if white tries to escape, atare, white captures, atare, and white can't connect here. The white stones are captured. But even though black has that famous tesuji, white has a way of escape. Can you find it? Black's problem is that the two stones on the left only have 3 liberties left, and white can make use of that by playing here, an empty triangle. But it's the only move that allows white to escape. If black still tries to keep white inside by playing here, black doesn't have enough liberties. Atare and the 2 black stones are captured first. Once again, the empty triangle was the only solution here. Our next example is again slightly more challenging, and it comes from an old-fashioned trick play in the joseki. Black just played here, and white responds like this. This is a difficult fight. Black seems to be in trouble. The 2 black stones in the corner are separated. These 2 black stones only have 2 liberties left, but all of black's problems will magically disappear after they play this empty triangle. The move looks a little clumsy, but it creates miai, A and B. If white protects this cutting point, black will atare, and this stone is captured. If white saves this stone, then black will cut, and the 2 stones are dead. Either way, black's position is great. This next example comes from a pro game. Black is Chohyun, and white is Jo Heyang. Take a look at the top of the board. White has a kema here, but the kema is not very strong. Black has some stones next to it, so Chohyun decided to cut. White cuts. Black extends. The 2 white stones are endangered, so hane. And now it looks like black has a long and painful escape out of here ahead of him. However, in the game, black played here, an empty triangle. It threatens to cut at A and cut at B at the same time. And even though white has so many stones around, the empty triangle cannot be captured. So white connects here, black cuts. All of the ladders to the lower right are favorable for black, so white can't save those 2 stones. What a beautiful bad shape idea from the legendary Korean master Jo Hyun. Our final example is going to be even more complicated. There's lots of stones on the board, so get your minds ready. This is a game played by my friend An, who is about the same level as me, and in this game he's playing black. And boy, oh boy, is this a great game for black. Those white stones are dead. Black is comfortably leading. White really needs a miracle to save this game, or maybe just a bit of magic. In the game, white played here, trying to escape with these stones. Black separates, and now, very unexpectedly, white plays here. If black now tries to connect all of those stones out, like this, white can wedge, and these black stones are all separated, and they die. My friend still won this game in the end, but there was a way to finish the game right here, right now. Let's have a look. Instead of playing here, which seems like the obvious response, Black could make this insane empty triangle. It looks like terrible shape, but it doesn't even matter, because this move creates miai, A and B. And there's no way for white to rescue these stones anymore. If white connects here, black cuts and captures 2 stones, and if white connects here, black cuts and captures 4. With this fantastic capture, the game is immediately over. So remember, don't play your moves automatically. Don't just avoid playing bad shape just because it's a bad shape. Or don't just play a good shape just because you know it's a great shape because Vadim told you so. Always read what your move is going to accomplish. And if you see that a bad shape is going to get you to a victory, you have to play the bad shape. Sometimes you will see that a great shape, a tiger's mouth, is going to be a terrible move in a certain situation. Then you need to avoid it. I understand that this sounds a little too vague and a little too confusing, but that's the beauty of learning and playing different shapes. That's the beauty of Go. And this is Go Magic. By the way, you can also watch these lessons on our platform, gomagic.org. Except there, you'll watch them with interactive quizzes right within the lessons and practical exercises right after them. And if you enjoy watching these Go videos and you don't want to miss others like this one, go smash that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and this is Go Magic.